What it is, y'all? It is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you today with more Danmachi. And today we're talking very specifically about the win zone of 7th zone. Now, the good news and the bad news here. Unfortunately, the only units I have that I can really take on this event have all been max limit broken. So, my fire units are off the damn chain. That's the bad news. Because that means that I can't really show you many teams. I have a couple units, but I don't really have a team that I kind of trust to take on this event like I did with some of my others where I've got some units that are, just kind of okay. That's the bad news. The good news is I can turn this into a challenge. Okay? I've told you guys time and again, you can do this without HARUHIME. I'm going to do this without HARUHIME. So, let's go jump in. And as you can see, I've already escalated it in my trial runs. So, with the same team, mind you. So, we're going to be good to go. We're going to S-clear this sans HARUHIME. Alright? Now, this is the team I'm using. And yes, there's a lot of MLB units on here. Because I figure if I'm doing this kind of a challenge for myself, I might as well try to S-clear it. I might as well put my money where my mouth is completely. And that is, we're going to try to beat this as fast as humanly possible. Yes, we do have some maxed out units. And yes, this is pretty much, I wouldn't call it a whale team. There's a handful of units on here. I spent a little bit of money to get one Katori dupe. I did buy all of Freya, but most everybody else has been acquired freely. So either through bonds, I used a couple of star bonds on, I think, Argonaut last year, I want to say. Or just by saving Iris and summoning in general. So let's go ahead and jump in. And let's make this run happen. Oop, I apologize for that. I do have a new phone. I just have to migrate my data, and hopefully we can do that before stream tonight. So we're going to have a little bit of an issue with that, but that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and do the big debuff here with Krazo. Krazo does a 30% debuff, where HARUHIME would do 40. Argonaut's got a self buff. Katori's got a self buff, and we're going to debuff physical resist and fire resistance. If you want to know what this unit does, he is weak to fire by 50%. So by debuffing that, we are now down to negative 90% instead of negative 50%. Physical is down 50%, and I think part of that is a debuff on his part. Yeah. Physical resistance down 30%. I don't know why it's down. Must be that assist skill, but I thought the assist was only... Anyway. I digress. Physical resistance is down 50%. That's right, because the physical resistance is 20% for my assist. So there you go. Physical resistance is down 50% after the 30% debuff and the assist. Fire is down 90% after the 10% debuff from the assist and our 33% buff. Or 30% buff, I'm sorry. Strength, magic, and agility are both down 30%. And we are just basically going to continue that trend. Now this turn I'm going to go ahead and do Spiral Strike, Vortex Flames, and Kamale. Yuri's going to come in and he's going to reduce guard rate. Now he also reduces earth resistance, but that's not really going to be important. You're never going to reduce the element resistance enough to make an element relevant. I mean, you'd really have to double down on the debuffs, and then you'd be working at this a long, arduous time to beat this with something that's not fire. It's just not, it's not worthwhile. It really is not worthwhile. You can do it, but it is going to take you 50 turns. It's going to be ridiculous. Not a challenge I'd care to take on myself. That would be annoying. Alright. So now we've got Argonaut's got Spiral Strike, Krazo's got Vortex Flames. Now these units, basically, they buff those third skills buff Krazo being the debuffer. He actually does buff plus 1 turn for all allies. Argonaut, since he buffs himself, he does debuff plus 1 turn. They basically have to work together in a team to do this. Now, HARUHIME, on the other hand, she, with 1 skill, does 2 turns of each. So that basically doesn't give us a lot of breathing room. If we ever have to use Argonaut for his healing skill, or his, technically it's not a healing skill, it's an HP regen skill. We have no healing. So of the things Haruhime does, she does a 40% debuff, we've got a 30% debuff. She does counter rate increasing and penetration rate increasing, we have none of that. She does buff replication for 2 turns. With 1 skill, we got 2 units that each do 1 turn of one or the other. She also does counter healing. We have no heals. She is a beast, and that's why I miss her on this team. But it's a challenge, so we're going to run forth with it. We're going to go ahead and do Kamale again this turn. That is basically Katori's main attack. And I'm going to do Fire Hammer. Fire Hammer is an SA gauge charge, 33%, magic dex and fire attack damage, plus 30%. That's why I didn't tout this as an anti-Line team, because basically he's like a Line analog. So that's the thing. Here is the dragon doing his ailment, trying to stun us. I have stun anklets on Krazo, on Argonaut, and on Katori. I have swap anklets on the eyes and Yuri that already came in and out, as you could probably have surmised by that. And if you saw before, I have the Freya assist that does 100% ailment resistance on Wealth that just came in. So we're good to go. Now, this turn we're going to go ahead and continue buff replication. I'm going to do Kamale, and we're going to do an extinguishment. This is going to add a 40% HP regen to all of our units, and basically just kind of allow us to continue. Let's do this. Now, why am I not doing an SA here? Well, the long and the short of it is, bruh. I really should have dropped Providence. I am regretting not dropping Providence. Well, I'm definitely doing it this turn. I got no choice. Katori's got to do Providence this turn anyway because she has to regen her MP. That was not a very safe move. I should have done it turn 4, if I'm completely honest. The reason that I haven't done any kind of SA yet is because my goal is to do a double SA, because Krazo's SA does a 35% fire resistance debuff. It's not insane, it's only 5% more, but it is going to help in the long run. Plus, they have a combo attack, and it's basically just going to help. It's the long and short. That's really all you need to know. Okay? This one is a 40% magic attack damage per self magic and fire damage buff. Foe removes strength and magic buff skills. I actually probably could do more damage with him. Maybe. I don't know. The long and the short of it is, in the practice runs, I did Krazo and Katori, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. I am going to do Providence this turn, do her MP regen, and on this turn I'm going to do Blade Flash, and that's going to increase all and single target damage 20%. Basically, the reason I'm going to do that is because it should be no-brainer. Like, we need to increase single target damage. Some of these units have AoE attacks that will also be buffed by that, but it's fine. And a 40% HP regen will be good till the end of this turn. On that turn, we'll basically go back to his other skill, and we'll just continue spamming that. Alright. So, everybody still has their death saving blow. We're going to be fine. We're going to do Extinguishment again this turn. And on turn 6, we're going to do Special Arts. We're going to do double Special Arts. Thought it was coming to turn 7, but it came a little earlier than expected. Okay, now that does mean that we need to make sure all of our buffs are good to go. Yeah. I want to make sure we don't have any debuffs. Strength is down on him. Is she debuffed? She is not debuffed. That's the other thing to check here, guys, because if you have debuffs on these units, it's not going to be optimal to do this. You want to wait a turn. So here we go. We're going to do double Special Arts with Krazo and with Katori. We're going to continue this 40% HP regen, and we're going to continue the buff replication. None of the buffs should fall off because I think they're all for 3 turns. You do want to be cautious about that, but we already checked it, so here we go. This does mean that all those 3-turn buffs are turning to 2-turn buffs, so we do not get a second opportunity to do this. He only did 154k. I really feel like Krazo probably would have done more, if I'm honest. I really feel like Krazo. Keep calling him Krazo. Wealth would have really done more. 1.3 mil, that's what I'm talking about. Alright. The nice part is going forward, we're basically just going to be doing... yeah. In hindsight, it probably wasn't worthwhile doing Krazo's attack. The numbers just don't seem to agree. So I probably should have just kept doing Katori's, but that's fine. We're basically just going to spam Katori's SA going forward. So let's go do Vortex Flame, Spiral Strike, Extinguishment, and Kameo. And then when Katori's SA comes up, we're just going to simply use it. Alright, I do need to keep an eye on the death saving throws down there because this dude is hitting stupid hard now. Alright, make sure none of the... See, he buffed himself, so we have to basically survive this buff. We don't have anything to remove it, and that is definitely not preferable. But here we go. We cannot waste another debuff rotation on this guy. We just basically got to hope that we can get... Ooh. That did not feel good. All right. He lost his death saving throw. That's fine. Kameo. And let's see what we do here. Probably should have dropped another Providence if I'm honest. If the dragon attacks Welf, I might regret that. I probably, in hindsight, should have done Providence there and saved myself the headache. Oh, I'm really sweating it right now. I'm not going to lie. I'm very much... Yep, I saw that coming. Had I been intelligent and dropped Providence there, we would have been fine. Instead, we're only going to get the A clear now. That is one of those situations where after you do it, you kind of second guess yourself. So this will not be an S clear, unfortunately. But if I'm entirely honest with myself, I know what I did wrong. And also in hindsight, I probably didn't need to do Krazo's SA. If I had done all SAs with Katori, we would have ended this faster. So my score could probably be up in the 18 mils. But neither here nor there. Like I said, you don't have to have Haruhime to beat this thing. Now, once again, I do know a lot of MLB is on this team. I'm not going to deny that. I never said this was a free-to-play team. Problem is, I don't have a good free-to-play fire team to play with. All my fire units that I would use for main hitting, most of them are max limit broken. But it's a good showcase of what you can do without Haruhime. I would say, if anything, Krazo's maybe, at best, a fifth of what Haruhime is. Look forward to. I'm going to go migrate the data on my phone right now, because this is super annoying. I am not going to miss making videos like this at all. Come on back, baby. Come on back. I'll just upload this unedited. Normally I try to edit these sections out, but I'll just upload this unedited as a reminder to myself how bad things can be with these phones. That is the video, guys. Let me know what y'all thought in the comments section down below. I'll come back and we'll try to do Earth Zone maybe in the AM. We'll see how that goes. Till then, guys, like, comment, share, and I'll be back at you guys with more Danmachi soon.